Number 1. 𝘿𝙤𝙩𝙩𝙠 Valley. 𝘿𝙤𝙩𝙩 is a municipality in the Swiss Alps. Lined by magnificent mountains, glinting glaciers, and an astonishing 72 waterfalls, 𝘿𝙤𝙩𝙩 Valley is picture-perfect. Dotted around its picturesque pastures and alpine meadows are cozy chalets and charming mountain villages, such as those of 𝘿𝙤𝙩𝙠, Wöhren, and 𝑘𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙗. Its outstanding beauty and spectacular scenery make 𝘿𝙤𝙩𝙩 Valley one of the most memorable places to visit in Switzerland. Number 2. Amalfi Coast. Located just to the south of Naples is the Amalfi Coast, one of Italy's most alluring and attractive stretches of coastline. Rising steeply above the sparkling waters of the Mediterranean are rugged cliffs and stunning mount, with idyllic towns and villages dotted about. As well as boasting beautiful scenery and gorgeous landscapes, there are also the pastel-colored palaces and piazzas of Positano, Amalfi and Ravello to explore, whether lounging on a beach, hiking in the hills, or sailing along its sun-kissed shores. The beauty of the Amalfi Coast is undeniable. Number 3. 𝘿𝙤𝙤𝙯 Islands. Rising dramatically from the sea, the 𝘿𝙤𝙤𝙯 Islands' rugged peaks, plunging fjords, and scenic beaches and coves make for an impressive sight. Located just off the northwest of Norway, the attractive archipelago is home to sheep-filled fields and untouched landscapes, with sheltered bays and sleepy fishing villages dotted about. Connected to the mainland by tunnels and bridges, the islands are fascinating and photogenic to explore, with hiking, cycling and sailing all popular. Number 4. Santorini. The southernmost member of the Cyclades, the awe-inspiring archipelago of Santorini lies in the south of the Aegean Sea, surrounded by beautiful blue waters. A very popular destination, the small cluster of barren and rocky islands are the remnants of what was once a volcanic caldera. Lining the top of its steep ridge are quaint villages, full of brilliantly bright white houses and blue-domed churches. The main towns of Fira and 𝘿𝙤 can get quite crowded in summer. Number 5. Hallstatt. Often called the Pearl of Austria, Hallstatt looks every bit the fairy tale town due to its spectacular setting and outstanding natural beauty. Perched between majestic mountains and a looking-glass lake, the picturesque, pastel-colored town tumbles down to the reflective waters below. Widely considered the oldest still inhabited settlement in Europe, it has long been known for its salt deposits. Various caves and mines can be visited from the town, although usually quite crowded, ambling around scenic streets and atmospheric alleys before emerging at Hallstatt's divine waterfront with its sensational views as a magical experience. Number 6. Sintra. Home to grand castles, palaces and historic villas, Sintra is a fabulous place to visit. It lies just 30 kilometers to the northwest of Lisbon. Due to its spectacular scenery, it was here that generations of Portuguese royals erected extravagant edifices atop soaring hills and mountains. Besides the romantic architecture of the Sintra and Pena palaces, there are also lovingly landscaped gardens and luxury estates for visitors to explore, as well as the crumbling castle of the Moors. The center of town is just as delightful. Its faded pastel-hued buildings host cozy cafes, artisanal shops, and traditional restaurants. Number 7. Lake 𝘿𝙤𝙩. One of Slovenia's most popular attractions, Lake 𝘿𝙤𝙩 is set in a scenic spot surrounded by forests and mountains, with the Julian Alps rising impressively in the distance. Adding to its splendor is the lovely island lying at the heart of its reflective waters. Here, you can find a glorious Gothic church full of gorgeous frescoes. The bell tower can be spied from across the lake, peeking out from the treetops. Due to its picture-perfect nature, Lake 𝘿𝙤𝙩 is fantastic to visit at any time of year. Many people take boat trips to the island, snapping photo after photo on the way. Number 8. Meteora. Perched atop teetering rocky pillars, the Eastern Orthodox monasteries of Meteora are one of the most arresting and awe-inspiring sights in Greece. Rising from the picturesque plain of Thessaly, the magnificent monasteries with their fresco-covered chapels and churches look out over the sublime scenery below. Founded during the 14th century, they house priceless religious treasures and are only accessible by traipsing up steep stone steps cut into the side of the cliffs. While many now lie in ruins, there are still 6 functioning Byzantine monasteries. One of the most important and impressive spiritual sites in the country, the captivating complex of Meteora is not to be missed out on. Number 9. 𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙗 Gorge. With its blindingly bright white limestone walls and its twinkling turquoise waters, 𝙤𝙤𝙧 Gorge certainly makes for a beautiful sight. Located in the southeast of France, the ravine stretches more than 25 kilometers in length and at times drops to a depth of 700 meters. Sometimes billed as the Grand Canyon of Europe, its epic landscapes lend themselves perfectly to all kinds of outdoor activities, with hiking, rock climbing and kayaking particularly in length and at times drops to a depth of 700 meters. Sometimes billed as the Grand Canyon of Europe, its epic landscapes lend themselves perfectly to all kinds of outdoor activities, with hiking, rock climbing and kayaking particularly. Endlessly into the distance, the Netherlands' colorful tulip fields are one of its most evocative attractions. Ever since the late 16th century, when the beautiful bulbs first arrived and tulip mania struck Europe, visitors have been attracted to its fantastic flower beds and lavishly landscaped gardens. By far the biggest and best of its flower parks is Keukenhof, home to around 7 million tulips, daffodils, and roses. Cycling around Holland's fetching fields or strolling, pink, orange, and red flowers waving in the wind. 11. Bay of Kotor. One of the most incredible natural sights in the Balkans, the Bay of Kotor almost defies description with its mesmerizing attractions. Hemmed in by lofty mountains and commanding cliffs, the beautiful bay and its glittering gulfs, straits and coves lies in the southwest of Montenegro, just inland from the Adriatic Sea. While its splendid setting attracts the most praise, the bay is also home to centuries-old citadels and isolated island monasteries. 12. Faroe Islands. Lying almost abandoned in the Atlantic, the attractive and atmospheric archipelago of the Faroe Islands is located almost equidistant from Iceland, Norway and the UK. Part of Denmark, the isolated isles boast lots of stunning scenery, with rearing, rugged mountains overlooking wild. 13. Kravica Waterfalls. Located in the south of Bosnia and Herzegovina, the Kravica Waterfalls are a gorgeous set of falls hidden away among the craggy karst landscape. Towering 25 meters in height, the gentle cascades span 120 meters in length. Powerful jets of water gush between the dense green overgrowth that threatens to engulf the lovely pool below. Due to their peaceful nature and breathtaking beauty, Kravica Waterfalls is a popular day trip from Mostar, Medjugorje, and Dubrovnik. 14. Korčula Town. Bordered by beautiful blue waters and lush forests, with mountains rising in the distance, Korčula Town is certainly set in a scenic spot. Lying at the eastern end of Korčula, Croatia's most populated island, it boasts an attractive and alluring old town, full of exquisite Renaissance and Gothic architecture. Enclosed within its imposing fortifications are centuries-old churches, Venetian palaces, and atmospheric alleys, as well as a charming harbor and waterfront. 15. The Dolomites. Home to sweeping valleys, alpine meadows, and jaw-dropping peaks, the Dolomites are a majestic mountain range lying in the northeast of Italy. Straddling several different regions, the Pale Mountains are one of the most popular and picturesque.